Hi, YouTubers and wet shavers everywhere. It's BarberGeorgeTune.com. I'm back with another Monday morning mailbag. Get yourself a cup of coffee, kick back, relax. Let's talk a little wet shaving and a few other things. What do you got this morning? I've got a brand new coffee courtesy of viewer Beth Jones. It's wonderful. Beth, thank you very, very much. Hang on, folks. That really is a terrific aroma, a really flavorful cup of coffee, all the way from Texas, courtesy of Beth Jones and her husband Jim. Magnolia Press Coffee Company. This is their pecan blend. This is absolutely wonderful. It is fantastic. And as they write here on the label, you can see right here on the label, balanced blend of medium roasted Central and South American coffees, sweet, nutty, and creamy. Yes, absolutely. That captures it exactly. And check out the back panel here. Here's what they write. I love this. This is fantastic. We believe that there is a familiar and worthwhile pause waiting for us in a good cup of coffee. It's a welcome treat. It breaks up the day with a dose of comfort and familiarity. Enjoy. That's awesome. That captures it right there. Get a screenshot of that. That is great. I know it was reflecting a little bit. Let me just get that so you can read that a little bit. That is great. That's a great motto that should be in everyone's kitchen right by their coffee maker. That's absolutely fantastic. And this Magnolia coffee is absolutely wonderful. We'll get you a link. It's 97% Arabica coffee and 3% natural and artificial flavorings. It's just absolutely wonderful. And they are out of Texas, as I understand. I just saw it marked on the bag just a little while ago. Yeah, here it is right here. Waco, Texas, right there. I'll let you get the address right here. Distributed by Magnolia Press, right there on the bottom, okay? Absolutely wonderful, wonderful cup of coffee. So thank you very, very much, Beth, for sending this along. Folks, again, we'll have a link to Magnolia Press. This is a delightful cup of coffee, and I highly recommend the pecan. Absolutely fantastic. And, of course, we're using our Been There coffee mug that Beth Jones also sent to the channel a couple of years ago already, I think. We've had this one around for quite some time. It's an absolutely wonderful cup of coffee. So it's kind of a Midwest meets the Southwest. We've got a cup celebrating the state of Ohio and a coffee celebrating the great state of Texas. Absolutely wonderful. So how you doing this morning? Great to see you again. Thanks so much for stopping by and tuning in. I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. As we like to say, a good hot coffee, a trusty mug. Let the caffeine go to work, gentlemen. Absolutely. Hang on. One more. Yeah, oh boy, that's good. Hey, if you're taking me along on your morning commute, thanks very, very much for the lift. I really do appreciate it. If you're tuning into the podcast, thanks very much for listening in. I really do appreciate that. We've got a great show for you this morning. We've got some great topics. We've got a great shaving tip. We've got some great shaved end visits. We've got some wonderful, wonderful refill comments. And an eclectic mix of new wet shaving gear that viewers have sent along. Really, really terrific stuff. Also, a few items in there would be perfect for last-minute gift giving for the Christmas holidays or stocking stuffers, that sort of thing. And also some really, really neat questions and comments, some really, really neat topics there. So a really, really terrific show. Thanks so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. So kick back, relax. Let's talk some wet shaving and a few other things. And let's get the show kicked off like we do every week with a viewer morning shaving tip. Well, this morning's shaving tip comes from viewer Chris Carruthers, and he writes, "Hi, Mark. Chris Carruthers here. I just want to pass along a wet shaving tip that actually comes courtesy of David Martin of Ohio Shaves." Yeah, we met David Martin down there at the Ohio Wet Shave Meetup this past year. A really, really nice guy, and we will link to his channel so you can check out some of his reviews as well. And Chris continues here, "I thought the viewers might find this helpful as well. Being a fellow wet shaver, I'm pretty sure that you, as well as everyone else in the community, finds the blobs of adhesive on DE blades to be annoying? Well, David made a suggestion the other day on a live podcast stream he was doing. He said that he feels that the adhesive affects the quality of the shave because it throws off the blade exposure and balance. His suggestion was to carefully use a towel to wipe the adhesive from the blades before loading them so that you get a proper alignment and balance. I tried it, half of the shave with the blade with adhesive still intact and the other half with the adhesive wiped off. I was blown away at how much a thin layer of that gunk actually affects the shave. After I cleaned the blade, the shave was so much more smooth and efficient. I believe that past nicks and cuts could very well be caused by improper blade alignment because of this. I hope this tip helps you and the viewers as much as it did me. Try it out and see if it makes a difference to you. Thank you for all you do for the wet shaving community. Mark, I hope you have a wonderful week. Take care. Chris, thanks very, very much for this tip. Yeah, it does make sense. As you know, we talked about blade alignment issues with my newly acquired Fatip closed comb razor, and I've been playing with that, and it looks like just kind of moving that blade in the razor head seems to kind of clear that up a little bit. Yeah, maybe having some of that excessive glue on the blade could throw it out of alignment and off balance too. So that's absolutely a terrific, very, very practical tip. So my thanks to you and also to David Martin of Ohio Shaves. Really do appreciate it. But Chris, to say thank you, for you and only you, an original signed George sketch. So please email me your snail mail address to mondaymailbag@gmail.com, mondaymailbag@gmail.com, and I will send this to you post haste. And if you out there would like an original signed George sketch, just send me a shaving tip. Send that shaving tip to mondaymailbag@gmail.com, mondaymailbag@gmail.com. And if I use it here on the Monday morning shaving tip segment of the Monday morning mailbag, you too will receive an original signed George sketch. So Chris, thanks again for a really terrific tip. And by extension, my thanks also to David Martin, Ohio Shaves. Check out his YouTube channel. We will have it linked below. Thanks again, gentlemen. Really do appreciate it. Well, we've got a couple of Shave Den visits this morning, courtesy of viewers Tom Donnarumma and Bill Murphy. First up is Tom Donnarumma. Now, before I begin his email that he sent to me, I got to refresh everyone's memory. Tom Donnarumma, his Shave Den was featured in a previous Monday morning mailbag, and everybody just loved his Shave Den. It's absolutely awesome. He contributed a shaving tip, and we sent along a George sketch in thanks for that shaving tip. Here's what Tom wrote. Mark, here's the photo of where I hung your drawing for the shave tip. I added it to my blueprint photos of vintage razors. They are just around the corner from the shave station. Thanks again. Happy shaving, Tom Donnarumma. Wow. Tom, I am really honored that you framed up George and are hanging it on that wall, especially in your shave den. Absolutely fantastic. Thank you so very much. Again, folks, another great look at Tom's wonderful shaving den. And again, Tom, very flattered that you framed George and are hanging him right there in your shave den. Thank you so very much. Yeah, folks, if you missed the tour of his shave den, I think it was a few weeks ago. Check it out. You'll have to go through a couple of Monday morning mailbags, but it is really terrific. If I can find the specific episode, I'll list it below. If anyone knows the specific episode, please comment below and let us know, and we'll get that into the links. It was really a terrific tour of a really wonderful shave den. So Tom, thank you again very much. Bill Murphy sent along the following. This is also equally awesome. My gosh. Bill wrote, I sent my Rockwell 6S to Razor Emporium to be plated in the Prospector configuration, which is rhodium and 24 karat gold base plates. The service was on sale on Black Friday. I sent my red 6S for the plating service, and the total cost was just over $61. They did a fantastic job. I had a shave with it this morning and got a great shave. What a beautiful razor and smooth shave. Looking forward to the first Phoenix Shaving Advent Soap and Aftershave review. You know what? First of all, Bill, that's an absolutely stunningly beautiful razor. That plating is just gorgeous. Wow. And what a great price you got for replating that razor. Absolutely fantastic. So thank you very much for sending in the photo and sharing it with all the viewers out there. Wow, that was absolutely fantastic. And again, on sale on Black Friday. Wow, that was absolutely a great price. And look how great that razor looks. It's absolutely gorgeous. Contrast that with the original red. My gosh, it's absolutely beautiful. Really enjoy that razor. Thanks so much for sending that along, Bill. Really do appreciate it. And yeah, folks, we've started the 12 Shaves of Christmas with the Phoenix Shaving Advent Calendar. And today is day 5, I think, right? 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, day 5. So I hope you're enjoying all of those. I've been having a really wonderful time putting those together and trying the various shave soaps and aftershaves. No spoilers here. I'm not going to tell you. If you haven't seen them yet, I'm not going to tell you what we've reviewed. Check out those videos and be just as surprised as I am when I open those doors. What a lot of fun I've been having with that. Really terrific. My thanks again to Doug and Fran. And again, my thanks to Tom Donnarumma and Bill Murphy for sending in tours of their shave dens. Gentlemen, thank you very much. Well, here's your weekly reminder that the Monday Morning Mailbag is also available as a podcast. Get up to your favorite streaming service and simply search for Monday Morning Mailbag and more, Monday Morning Mailbag and more, and the Monday Morning Mailbag podcast, as well as our other podcast, Second Cup, will come right up. Both of those podcasts are available on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, and now right here on YouTube. We also have a public service holiday announcement from viewer Jamie Horn this morning. Make sure you get your Marty Moose mugs for your Christmas Eve or Christmas Day get-together with all your family members. Here you can see Jamie with one of those Marty Moose mugs. Of course, these were featured in the movie Christmas Vacation, starring Chevy Chase and Randy Quaid, and that's what they drank eggnog out of. Absolutely fantastic. Now, I found a set of these on Amazon. I don't know if they're going to be... I don't know if they'll get to you by Christmas, but you never know. You can give it a try. But anyhow, I'll link it below so you can get those if you want to have a Marty Moose mug at your Christmas Eve get-together or Christmas Day. Perfect for the holidays, even into New Year's. Sure, why not? So I thought that was a really terrific photo and a great reminder of a very funny Christmas holiday movie. So thanks very much to Jamie Horn for sending that along and allowing me to share it with all the viewers out there. Merry Christmas, everyone. Or a Merry Marty Mug Christmas, or a very Merry Marty Moose Mug Christmas to all of you out there. Thanks again, Jamie. Well, what do you know? Coffee's getting low, that time of the show. Let's go back for a refill. Well, I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me. I hope you went back for a refill. I sure did. This is a delightful cup of coffee. Hang on. Absolutely marvelous. I just love the flavor of it. I love the body of it. It really is terrific. Again, sweet, nutty, and creamy. Yeah, it has that nice creaminess. It's got that sweetness and the nuttiness. It's all kind of rolled up. Really terrific. Again, Magnolia Press Coffee Company, the Pecan Blend. Thanks again to Beth Jones and her husband Jim for very kindly sending this along. Thank you so very much. We'll get the website linked for you so you can check this out. But the website for Magnolia Coffee Company is just as it sounds, magnoliacoffeeco.com. Again, that's Magnolia, Magnolia, coffee, Coffee, company abbreviated to co.com for all the podcast listeners out there. magnoliacoffeeco.com. And you can check out what they have to offer coffee-wise. It really is terrific, terrific cup of coffee. So thanks again to Beth and Jim. Really, really do appreciate it. Hang on. One more. Absolutely fantastic. Well, we got some really, really great comments in the refill segment here this morning. We're going to kick it off with something from Tatsuhiro Satao, and he is commenting on the recent video review that ran last week featuring the Fat Boy Razor and the Persona Platinum Razor Blades. And he wrote, F1 is indeed Q1 1960. Interesting fact about them, most people know the Fat Boy got a new bottom nut in 1960 that makes it almost impossible to disassemble at home, but that change wasn't made until Q2. So all the Q1 Fat Boys are identical to the more desirable 1959. I like the Israeli-made Persona Platinums in mine. Thanks very, very much for this information and this tip regarding the Fat Boy Razor. I did not know. I learned so much from the viewers. Thank you very, very much, Tatsuhiro. I really do appreciate it. So there you go, folks. If you're looking for a 1959 Fat Boy, know that the first quarter 1960 Fat Boys are the same model year, so to speak. They didn't make that mechanical or design switch until the second quarter of 1960. So I happen to have technically a 1959 Fat Boy Razor. Now, again, I purchased this from viewer Adam Smith, who has a website where he deals with wonderful vintage razors and a lot of other wet shaving gear. And you can get to his website at slickclassicshaving.squarespace.com. So check it out because he did a beautiful job in polishing this Fat Boy up. He also, he also added a little more black inking to the numbers there, and also the black ring here underneath the adjustment collar. And it's just fantastic. It's in great shape, and it delivered a really, really wonderful shave. These are really, really splendid razors. So there you go. If you got an F1, you got a 1960 Razor first quarter. Technically, it's a 1959. So thanks very much for that, Tatsuhiro. Really, really do appreciate it. And again, folks, check out all the great wet shaving gear. Check out all the great wet shaving gear that Adam Smith has for sale at slickclassicshaving.squarespace.com. Slick Classic Shaving. So thanks again, Tatsuhiro, and a big thanks to Adam Smith as well. Beth Jones wrote, oh, by the way, Mark, I have 2 of the Timeless Razor shave bowls, and they are excellent. These bowls produce an abundance of lather in very quick fashion. I agree, Beth. Thank you very, very much for passing along that confirmation. We're having a little bit of a shave bowl discussion on today's show. And, these Timeless Razor shave bowls really are terrific. They're high impact plastic. They are have some raised areas there on the interior. They really do produce a great amount of lather very, very quickly. Now, some wet shavers were saying that maybe the sides, the height of it is maybe too much. And you know what? After using it, I think it's probably the right size. I really do. Some wet shavers want to see something that was a little shorter, maybe by a quarter or so. I think that would work too, but this size really holds the lather in very, very well, as I recall. I got to use it again because it really is a terrific shaving bowl. So thanks very much for the confirmation on that, Beth. Really do appreciate it. Mike H, 9701, I think this is Mike H out of New York, who wrote, hi, Mark, great Monday morning mailbag. Thank you. Fantastic and informative segments throughout, as always. Well, thank you very much for that, Mike. I appreciate it. But again, the viewers make the show. I'm especially appreciative of the prayer by Bob LaRoe that you shared with us this morning. It was something unexpected, but quite welcomed. I saw this part of the 3MB very early this morning at work, and it set a very welcomed and calming tone for the rest of my day. I'm very thankful to both Bob and to you, Mark. Thank you, Bob, for your service to our country and the Army. Have a great start to the week, and best regards as always, Mark. Yeah, last week we shared a Hanukkah prayer that Bob LaRoe had posted on Facebook. I saw it, and I asked Bob if I could share it on the program, and he said absolutely. And I think it was a very, very wonderful, wonderful prayer for the holiday season. So my thanks again to Bob LaRoe for allowing me to share it with all the viewers out there. Mike, thank you for acknowledging it. And Bob, thank you very, very much for your service to the United States of America and to the Army. Absolutely. Thanks very much for that, Mike. Really do appreciate it. Jimmy V Photography wrote, love the discussion about how the channel got started. It really is a wonderful community. I'll have to put August 20th, 2024 in my calendar. This is in regards to a question we got last week from James Sefton. When did the channel start, and when was the first Monday morning mailbag? And the first Monday morning mailbag was August of, when was that again? 2019, I think I said. Yeah, so I think it's going to be 5 years next year, I think. If my math is correctly. You know what? I can do math in my head. I just don't get the right answers. Which is my way of saying I can't do math in my head. But I thought that was a funny gag. Anyhow, I think I had that in a comic strip, so that's why I'm passing it along. But anyhow, yeah, Jimmy, it was a great question, and it allowed me to reflect on the channel and where we are right now with it. And again, it's all due to all the viewers out there for their wonderful, wonderful contributions. Really, it's just amazing. So my thanks to all the viewers. I say it a lot, and I mean it. Without you, this microphone would be silent. Absolutely. So, yeah, kind of neat. The channel has come quite a long way, but again, because of all the viewers out there. So thanks very much for that comment, Jimmy. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, I'm glad you're marking the calendar, August 20th, 2024. We'll have to see what we'll have to do something to kind of mark the occasion. Wally Pankowski wrote, great 3MB. First, my wife and I want to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas and a Happy Hanukkah. The Athena stainless steel, or the Athena SS, is being delivered today. Finally, I will send a review. Again, thanks for all the work and advice you give. And thanks to all the viewers and subscribers for their reviews and suggestions. Yeah, folks, stay tuned. We've got that Athena review today in today's show in new wet shaving gear. My thanks to Wally for very kindly sending it along. And he sent along some absolutely fantastic photos as well. A very happy Hanukkah to you and your family, Wally. Thanks very much for sending along those holiday wishes to everyone. And you're right, it's the viewers, the subscribers that contribute all this great information, reviews, suggestions, etc. Really, the channel is possible because of all the great viewers out there. Bone Daddy 0755 wrote, hey Mark, have you tried the Laser Ultra triple coated blades? Tried it recently and was very impressed. I have not. We have a link to it here in a screenshot so folks can see it displayed here on Amazon, but I have not used these blades. Matter of fact, it's the first time I've heard of these razor blades. And that's what's so great about the traditional wet shave is all the great wet shaving gear that's out there. Every time I turn around, there is a new blade or a new razor or a new brush that I have not heard about, and viewers are very, very kind and generous in sharing that information with the channel and all the other viewers and fellow wet shavers out there. So if anyone knows anything about the Laser Ultra triple coated blades, please comment below and let us know. I'm very, very intrigued. Someone wrote a review on Amazon, and here's what they wrote. That reviewer's name is Unahiran, and he gave it 5 out of 5. And here's what the review said. This blade cuts close and smooth, works well in mild and aggressive razors. Think of them like a smoother Persona USA blade. Glides effortlessly and lasts multiple shaving sessions. Satisfied customers. So there you go. That's just one review up there. that is very, very favorable for that blade. So thanks very much for that, Bone Daddy. Really do appreciate it. Viewer Bill Murphy wrote, another great 3MB. Thanks for mentioning my comments. Talking about machine razors, I just got an Aylesworth Dracont razor with the original mild plate in satin bead blast. I used it for the first time yesterday and had a great BBS shave on the first shave in 3 passes. I did get some irritation, but that should go away as I get used to the different shaving angle. I noticed today that all their razors are sold out with the exception of the Apex. I also just ordered the America stainless steel razor from Yates. The winning razor in titanium will ship on or before February 14th, 2024. If I like the America, I may spring for the winning or America in titanium, as they are under $200 for a titanium razor. Have a great week. Hey, thanks very much for the update on those offerings from Yates. And yes, the Dracont razor is absolutely wonderful. I believe we have the same razor. This razor came courtesy of viewer Alex Lopez. Alex, thank you very, very much again. And yeah, the angle of approach on this is 24 degrees. Now, when I first did the review, I handled it at 30 degrees, and I still got a great shave. And viewers told me, whoa, Mark, it's 24-degree angle. And when I adjusted to that 24-degree angle in following shaves, man, was there a huge improvement. Really, really terrific. So yeah, there is that adjustment in that shaving angle, and you do have to become accustomed to it. It's a terrific razor. The Dracont razor by Aylesworth is really, really terrific, and it is very, very well made. And if I recall correctly, I believe these are also made for Aylesworth by Yates. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's how it works out. That Yates is doing all the manufacturing on this, and Aylesworth does all the engineering and design work, which is great, which is absolutely great. But yeah, an absolutely spectacular razor. Used it recently. Just got a fantastic shave with it. Yeah, very, very good. So, Bill, thanks very much for that confirmation on how great the Aylesworth Dracont razor is, and all that great information about Yates's razor offerings. 10 fluid ounces, 30 minutes wrote, 30 fluid ounce shaving bowl. Mine is 9 fluid ounces, and it works very well. Well, he is talking about this shaving bowl right here. We're going to be discussing this a little later in the show. This is the Phoenix Shaving John from Lathering Bowl. It's a 30-ounce lathering bowl. It comes with a nice clear plastic lid, and I also purchased the lathering disc that you can just, there are suction cups on the other side of this that really hold it firmly in there, and it has a pebbled surface that really helps to whip up a fantastic lather. And it is very, very large. Now, I was thinking about getting the 20-ounce size, obviously a little smaller, but they don't make, Phoenix Shaving does not offer a lathering disc for the 20-ounce size. We'll be talking about that a little later in the show as well. But it is a terrific shaving bowl. I have enjoyed making lathers with this, and it also has a non-slip backing here, so that when you set it down on the counter, it doesn't move. So if you just want to set it down on the counter and just build your lather that way, this does not slip at all. Well, it doesn't slip on my counter. You could probably just, rest your hand on a little bit to kind of, firm up the way it sits on the counter a little bit. But I haven't had any problem with this moving at all. Just setting it down and building a lather with one hand. It is really a terrific lathering bowl. So, 30 ounces is quite a bit. I have also noticed that when I put some hot water in here to heat up, and I dump it back, and I dump that water into the sink, that's a lot of water putting into the sink. I have to drain my sink every once in a while during the shave, because 30 ounces of water added to whatever is in that sink bowl there. Yeah, absolutely. But thanks for that comment. 10 fluid ounces, 30 minutes. Really do appreciate it. And yeah, 9 fluid ounces. It's a nice size for a shaving bowl. I have gone in both directions. I've gone to shaving bowls that are very, very large, to something in between, to something very, very small, and they all work for me in different ways, but they're all very, very effective. So I was trending to go towards smaller and smaller lathering bowls, and now I'm kind of going back in the opposite direction. I'm sure down the road I'll probably go back to where I favor something a little smaller. So, but that's the great thing about the traditional wet shave. So many options out there. Viewer Alfred Spencer wrote, Mark, just awesome video. Looking forward to the next 11 days. Hey, Alfred, thanks very, very much. Alfred is referring to the videos, the 12 shaves of Christmas videos that we've been doing. We're in day 5 today, and I've been having an absolutely wonderful time, a great time, a fun time doing these videos, and I love opening up the door with you and discovering what's behind each door and what we're going to shave with that day. It's been a real kick. I've had a great, great time. Part of the fun also is reading the description that Douglas Smythe has written for each shave soap and aftershave splash. That's been a lot of fun, and the scents have been wonderful. No spoilers. I'm not going to tell you what has been reviewed so far or what is upcoming. Just check out those reviews every single day right up to Christmas Day. Looking forward to sharing all of those with you. And a little inside baseball. I haven't shaved before this program. I'm going to shave afterwards. I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm just going to leave it at that. But thanks very much for that, Al. I really do appreciate it. Now, he continues here. On a side note, I wish Doug would offer sample bundles of soaps and splashes in these sizes for all of his scents. Personally, I can't afford to spend $41 and then not like it. If I could get a sample bundle for like $8 or $9, I would try many more of Phoenix Shaving's products. You there, Doug? A great, great suggestion, Alfred. And the one thing that I've really enjoyed is, and I've mentioned this, should I say this? Yeah, I can mention this. Yeah, sure, why not? Is that the sizes that are featured in the Advent calendar are perfect for travel. And if you happen to have one that is going to be released down the road, well, you already have a little container that is labeled with that particular shave soap. So, you can buy it down the road in a larger tub. And then if you want to travel with it, you can just scoop some out and put it into that smaller container. And now you have travel size, which is really kind of neat. I like that aspect of those size soaps, absolutely. But yeah, a great, great suggestion, and I think it's one that a lot of other viewers have mentioned to Douglas over at Phoenix Shaving. So yeah, thanks very much for passing that along. Long Island Shaving, whose name is also Mike, wrote, Hey Mark, I did my review this morning on YouTube as well. Well, he did his review of the first day. He wrote this the first day of the 12 shaves of Christmas, which was last week on the 14th. Hey, Mark, hope all is well. I did my review this morning on YouTube as well. This is the first time I participated in the Advent calendar. It was a lot of fun, such a great scent. Boom, lather. Well, check out what we opened up on December 14th. It is a great scent. No spoilers. If you haven't seen those videos yet, I'm not going to spoil it for you. It's a lot of fun just opening up that door and seeing what's being offered there. But we will link to Mike's video review of the first day of the 12 shaves of Christmas, so you can see that and also visit his channel. So Mike, thanks very much for passing that along. It's been a lot of fun. And I just want to thank everyone for all the wonderful comments regarding these various video reviews that we're doing for the 12 Shaves of Christmas. So, we're going to do it again tomorrow and all the way up to Christmas Day. So I'm really, really looking forward to sharing all of those videos with all of you. And I've had so much fun doing the shaves, opening the doors, seeing what we're going to be shaving with, and then had a lot of fun editing it all together and doing some fun editing techniques, that sort of thing. Well, check it out. You'll see what I mean by that. You'll see what I mean by that. I've had a lot of fun doing that. So again, Mike, Long Island Shaving, thanks so much for passing that along. He writes here, best regards, Mike, from Long Island Shaving. Absolutely, Mike. Thank you very, very much. And again, we'll link to his video review, and you can check out his channel. So thanks very much for that, Mike. And that wraps up another refill segment for this week. My thanks to everyone who contributed. Really do appreciate it. We'll do it again next week. Okay, let's check out some new wet shaving gear. Well, viewer Kenny Embry very, very kindly emailed me and wrote, "Hey Mark, I was wanting to send a shave soap to you from an artisan on Etsy. I'm not affiliated with this guy other than using his soaps, and right now, just for today, he's selling his $19 soaps for $7.49. Now, Kenny very, very kindly sent this along. This is from the Talent Soap Factory right here. The Shave Soap and Aftershave Splash. This one's called Frenchy. It is Oakwood and French Vanilla Shave Soap. And of course, right there, you can see Talent Soap Factory right there. And it is an absolutely marvelous, marvelous scent. Oh, absolutely fantastic. And we will provide a link to the Etsy store where you can get this because it's $14.95 right now as I'm shooting this video. And it's a marvelous, marvelous scent, and it's gotten some great reviews up on the Etsy storefront. So check it out from Talent Soap Factory, Frenchy Shave Soap and Aftershave Splash. We will be doing a review of this. And my thanks to Kenny Embry for very, very kindly sending this along to the channel and allowing me to share it with all the viewers out there. Folks, if you're looking for another artisan out there, check out Talent Soap Factory on Etsy. This Frenchy is really a marvelous, marvelous scent, and I am really looking forward to reviewing this and seeing how it lathers and that sort of thing. But based on the scent, it's going to be an awesome shave. Really, really nice. Really, really wonderful. So thanks again, Kenny, for sending along Frenchy from Talent Soap Factory. Really do appreciate it. Rodney Ripplinger checked in to let us know that Proraso is at Pasteur's. Now, this is the Proraso Wood and Spice Shave Cream that we've talked about on a previous show. Proraso Single Blade Wood and Spice Professional Barber Shaving Cream. It was not available, but Pasteur's has it back in stock, so we'll provide a link below so you can check it out. Thanks very much to Rodney Ripplinger for that. Now, here's another one, a seasonal release that we failed to mention in an earlier show, and it looks like it's sold out. However, keep an eye on it and click that Notify Me When Back in Stock button on Pasteur's page because you never know. This is Hendrix Classics and Company's Christmas in New York City shave soap. It looks absolutely wonderful. And check out the write-up on this. Embrace the enchanting aroma of Christmas with HC&C's Christmas in New York City shave soap, a luxurious blend of natural ingredients that will transform your shaving routine into a captivating sensory journey. Indulge in the invigorating fragrance of this festive soap, reminiscent of the bustling streets and twinkling lights of New York City during the holiday season. Let the rich, creamy lather gently caress your skin, leaving it feeling soft, smooth, and irresistibly supple. So we forgot to mention this last week. My sincere apologies. I did want to mention it this week. And who knows, it might be back in stock again by the time this airs. I sure am hoping because even though Christmas is a week away, right up to New Year's, we're still in the Christmas season, so you never know. So I cannot remember who the viewer was that passed this along to me. Please, if it was you, comment below and let me know because these are some notes that fell through some cracks, which is why we failed to mention it. But I love the artwork, and it sounds like an absolutely wonderful, wonderful shave soap. So again, my apologies, folks, for missing out on this one. But you know what? Let's keep it in mind for next year so that when it rolls around again, we'll get an early heads up on HC&C's Christmas in NYC shave soap. So thanks again to Rodney Ripplinger, and thanks again to the viewer who gave me the heads up then I kind of fumbled on. My apologies for that. If it was you, comment below, let me know. And again, folks, my sincere apologies. But I did want to mention it today because you never know. They might have some back in stock. And, we might get lucky. And if not, let's make a mental note for next year. All right, Rodney and that other viewer out there, thanks again very, very much. Well, speaking of last-minute Christmas gifts and stocking stuffers, Bill Murphy very kindly sent along this review of the Conair Man Nose Hair Trimmer for Men. And he wrote, "Hi, Mark. I've been wanting to send you a review on the Conair Man Nose Hair Trimmer for Men that I got from Amazon a few months ago. This will make a great idea for using that gift card you get for Christmas, or you can ask for it as a gift. As for giving it as a gift, it may insult the recipients. So here goes my review. Are you at the age where you get that unsightly hair growing out of your ears or nose? Are your eyebrows so bushy you could comb them to cover a bald head? Are your sideburns uneven? Well, I have the answer to all your problems. The Conair Man Nose Hair Trimmer for Men. But seriously, I have been using this Conair Man Nose Hair Trimmer for a few months now and highly recommend it. It will trim your nose hair or ear hair without any tugging or pulling. As a matter of fact, you will not feel anything. The model with multiple attachments has attachments to trim eyebrows and sideburns. It is a handy little battery-operated gadget and works great. Just be careful not to trim too deep in your nose and ears as the directions point out. Have a great week. Thanks, Bill Murphy. Bill, thanks very, very much for this review of a really, really neat product. I know I have a product similar to this one, but I think I'm going to pick this one up because this looks like it does a better job than what I have. So thanks very, very much for passing this along. And again, folks, it looks like it's a great last-minute Christmas gift or a stocking stuffer for the wet shaver in your life. And a really, really nice grooming device to have. Thanks again, Bill. Really, really do appreciate the review. Well, viewer Andrew Hill sent along this review of a Denton Majik shave soap and aftershave splash, and he wrote, "Hi, Mark. I've just received this wonderful soap and aftershave from Denton Majik, the Grays in the Flannel. It made a wonderful lather with a nice warm scent, perfect for the colder months. It's an homage to Gray Flannel Cologne. I like their products as their smaller size keeps the price down. The bundle was only a bit over $20. Having used others of their soaps, you don't need much, and they last a good long time. And the aftershave is a nice warm scent with many scent notes. As always, Mark, your content is spot on. Keep up the good work and have a great week." Andrew, thanks very, very much for sending along this review. Folks, it's from Denton Majik. It's called The Grays in the Flannel. And yeah, a nice warm scent for the colder months that are quickly approaching. I mean, it's colder where I am right now in Northeast Ohio. It's getting down into the 20s and not warming up above, say, 45 right now. So yeah, something with a warmer scent, would be very, very welcome for the colder months. And I agree, the smaller sizes not only are better priced, but really, really are terrific if, let's say, space in your shave den is at a premium. That works out really, really well. And, a nice change of pace for having something in your shave den. And it looks like they will also travel quite well, too. So really do appreciate you sending along the review on Denton Majik's The Grays in the Flannel. Thanks again, Andrew. Really do appreciate it. Viewer Beth Jones very kindly sent along a new shaving soap. It's available at the Razor Company. It's called Jude, right there. It is an absolutely wonderful, wonderful scent. And Beth wrote a letter here, and she said, "Hi, Mark. I found this shave soap on the Razor Company's website, and I was intrigued by the name of the soap and its backstory. I immediately thought of you because I know your mother passed away some time ago. It has a wonderful, clean, and masculine fragrance. I believe you will enjoy not only the fragrance, but also the backstory to the soap named Jude." Here is Jude and its backstory. As a form of celebration of life, Jude is a limited edition collaboration with Matt Lonseth in honor of his departed mother. The story opens with a bright blast of rose and grapefruit, reflective of life like a ray of sunshine in gratitude for her. The scent continues to mature into its own right, symbolized with the notes of gin and sage. This leads to us becoming our own well-rounded individuals with amberwood, pepper, and a kiss of leather. This is superb wear. To say I am obsessed with the end result doesn't come close to how much I like this. And again, the scent notes are rose, grapefruit, amberwood, gin, sage, pepper, and leather. Wow, this is an absolutely fantastic, fantastic scent. And Beth describes it as wonderfully clean and masculine, and it absolutely is. This is definitely a top shelf scent. And thank you so much for thinking of my late mother, Beth. I really, really do appreciate that. Of course, all the viewers out there know that I honor my mom whenever I have a shaving brush with a butterscotch handle. I always say, thanks, Mom. And, well, a lot of you know the backstory of that. And I'll let folks know at a later date regarding that. But you'll hear me talk about it in reviews and that sort of. Well, okay, I'll give it to you now. I gave up chocolate when I was very, very. This is the Cliff Notes version. I gave up chocolate when I was very, very young, about 13 years old, and I haven't had it since. And my mother knew this, and she made the best chocolate chip cookies. So when she made chocolate chip cookies, knowing that I wasn't going to eat them, she made a special batch of butterscotch chip cookies just for me. So whenever I see something with a butterscotch color, I always think of my mother. And I have shaving brushes with butterscotch colored handles, and I always say, thanks, Mom, when I use them. So that's my way of thanking Mom. And Beth, thank you very much for honoring my mother with the Jude shave soap. I really, really do appreciate it. That's very, very sweet of you. Folks, we're going to get a review done on this because this scent is wonderful. We have reviewed First Line shave soaps before, I believe, on the channel, but the Black Mountain shaving is a new one to me, and I think this is just going to just be an awesome lather and an awesome shave. So that is Jude shave soap. It's available at the Razor Company, and absolutely wonderful. So thanks again, Beth. Really, really do appreciate it. It's very, very sweet of you to send this along. Thinking of my late mother. I really do appreciate it. Well, as promised, we have a review from Wally Pankowski of the Athena SS Razor that he recently received. Thanks very much for sending this along, Wally. Really do appreciate it. And Wally writes, first shave with the Athena SS. Well, I loaded up the Athena with a Wizamet blade. I used SV Argania soap and my Phoenix Shaving Amber Aerolite brush and went to town. I have to admit, I was a bit anxious. I read some posts that said the razor requires a bit of getting used to before it's an autopilot tool. Well, they were right. The first few strokes were sublime, no razor feel. But as I went to different parts of the face, my angle changed, and so did the feel of the razor and blade. Don't get me wrong, it was not bad, it was just different. Today was a 2-day growth and a 3-pass shave. The against the grain pass was great, smooth, efficient, and comfortable. The other passes required me to pay attention to how I held the razor. With that said, some of the issue might have been the blade also. I will use a different blade next shave. The razor is a work of art and a wonderful shaving tool. Here are some additional observations. Without a blade in the razor, neither the handle's flat side or rough area is flush with the razor of the head. It is just a tad offline. It looks like AUF55IE, that's a user that he's quoting here, suggested that a blade inserted in the razor would probably change that, and he was right. With the blade in the razor, the rough portion of the handle lined up perfectly. I'm curious if others with the SS Athena have experienced the same. The weight of the razor is significant. I had no trouble maneuvering the razor, but I might try something lighter to see what happens. As for the high polish on the handle, I had no issues at all with holding onto it, even with wet and foamy hands. I look forward to learning more about this razor and how to use it properly. Okay, this is all in caps. This is a winner. And here are the details on his shave. He used the pre-shave was the Cube Unscented. The brush was the Phoenix Shave Amber Aerolite. The bowl was the Proraso bowl, the shaving bowl. The razor was the Lambda Athena SS, the star of the show. The soap was SV Argania. Delightful, he says. The blade was a Wizamet. And the post-shave routine was a warm and cold rinse, a soap wash, alum, witch hazel, and the aftershave was SV Argania. He gives it a score of 10 out of 10. BBS, no nicks, cuts, weepers, or irritation, just a learning curve. Wow. Wally, thanks very, very much for a very complete and detailed review. Really, really do appreciate it. Sounds like an absolutely fantastic razor, and it looks like a work of art. Wow. Please update us on your wet shaving journey with this wonderful, wonderful razor, the Athena SS. Thanks again, Wally. Really do appreciate it. Well, last week we were introduced to a wonderful artisan soap maker out of Pretoria, South Africa, Bundubeard, courtesy of Dr. Edward de Villiers. He very, very kindly sent along a wonderful sampling of their shave soaps, and we're going to be featuring some of those shave soaps every single week here. He also sent this along after we introduced some of the shave soaps here. He wrote, really glad you like the goodies, Mark. Just one small correction. The soaps you received are an assortment of purely tallow-based combo of mostly oil-based with a bit of tallow and plain Jane glycerin-based soaps. You'll see on the back of the tins with the ingredients list. Thank you very much for that. I really do appreciate it, Edward. And some explanations. Now, this has to do with some of the names of the soaps with the, I believe it's the Afrikaner language in South Africa. The soaps have those kinds of names. He says Camelperd. That's Kameelperd. And that equals camel horse, which equals giraffe, which is why they have a giraffe on there. This is, I don't know how to pronounce this, Lemoen. That's this one right here. This, which is lemon, which equals orange. Oranges and avocados are cultivated in the Laveld, the northeastern corner of South Africa, because of the favorable climate. When it's harvest time, you'll see ladies sitting next to the roads hawking oranges to passers-by, which is what the artwork on the tub depicts. How about that? Okay, yeah, thanks very much for the background on that. Really do appreciate it. And this is a marvelous, it's a marvelous, marvelous scent. Really, really terrific. Looking forward to reviewing this one for sure. Gauteng, Gauteng, is one of South Africa's provinces, the one Pretoria and Johannesburg is located in. Saying Gauteng Leng is just a way of making it sound wacky. Moz, M-O-Z, is shorthand for Mozambique. R-O-O-I-B-O-S, okay, that's this one right here, is pronounced Rooibos. This particular shave soap right here. So my thanks to Edward for the background on the names of these shave soaps. Now, along with the shave soaps, Edward also included some other items, one of which was this right here, Bundubeard. This is an aftershave leg balm for lady wet shavers. Now, we're going to send this along with one of the shaving soaps to Beth Jones, and she'll review it and tell us all about it. She's already agreed to review these items, and my sincere thanks to her. I really do appreciate it, Beth. So we will be sending this to her in the next few days, and looking forward to her review on how Bundubeard works for lady wet shavers. So if you have a lady wet shaver in your life and you're looking for a product, an aftershave leg balm product for them, this very well might fit the bill. So wait for that review from Beth Jones. So thanks very much to Beth for agreeing to do that. We'll send this to her at a shave soap. And, sit tight and we'll get a review from her. So again, my thanks to Edward for sending along the soaps, the balms, and some other items we'll be sharing with you in the weeks ahead from Bundubeard, a really, really terrific artisan soap maker in Pretoria, South Africa. Edward, thank you very, very much. And Beth, thank you for agreeing to review Bundubeard. Really do appreciate it. Viewer Stephen Howard sent along a really, really terrific review on timeless razors. We've talked about timeless razors before on the channel. We've used them. We've reviewed them. These are absolutely wonderful, wonderful razors. And here's what Stephen wrote. Mark, hope this email finds you well. I know it's been a while since the Ohio Wet Shavers meetup, but as you might recall, I was fortunate enough to win a bronze timeless razor, and my son was lucky enough to win the nub-handled stainless steel slim travel razor. Let me stop there. Both of these razors are absolutely spectacular. They are precision CNC machined, beautiful materials, and yeah, these are lifetime razors, absolutely. He continues here. I was truly impressed by the generosity of Timeless Razor that as soon as the short stand that fit the nub handle became available, it wasn't yet part of the product line at the time of the meetup. I purchased the stand so that my son, Simon, would have a complete matching set. Yeah, this is terrific, and it looks like it's going to travel very, very well. Absolutely fantastic. He continues here. I also purchased 2 of the adjustable brush handles. I know it seems a bit redundant, however. I wanted my son to have his own shave den gear for when he eventually goes out on his own. I got him a green handle with the 22 millimeter golden nib knot, as he is a face shaver and prefers the smaller to medium-sized knot. I got myself the burnt orange with the AP Shave Company 28 millimeter G5C knot. I like the really large knots for head shaving. Yeah, I happen to have a Maggard high density knot attached to this handle here. On to my thoughts. The brushes are wonderful, great feel in the hand, very solid, and installing the knots is super simple. The colors are vibrant and look amazing. The knots are both superb with excellent backbone and a great feel on the skin. Of course, the best thing about these brushes is that you can use any knot between 20 millimeters and 28 millimeters that best suits your personal preferences. Yeah, I have the G5C knot. I also have that golden nib knot. But again, I was using this high-density badger knot from Maggard Razors, and this fits in there very, very well, as does the G5C and the golden nib. And it's really, really simple to change it out very, very quickly. We've done that before on the Monday Morning Mailbag and also when reviewing and using these brushes. The razors are likewise amazing. They do have a marked heft over most aluminum razors, which provides not only a very solid feel in hand, but also makes it easy to let the razor do the work. Both razors, both of these razors here I'm going to show you again, both razors are very efficient. I generally head shave every other day, and for most shaves, either of these razors would give me a darn fine shave to BBS shave in only 2 passes. I tried the stainless slim nub on 5+ days growth and was smooth as glass in just 3 passes. No nicks, cuts, burns, or irritation. Specs on the razors: the bronze is the C954 with the 0.38 millimeter blade gap, and the stainless steel is the 0.5 millimeter slim. Yeah, that's we have, of course, this is what I have right here. It's fantastic. I love these razors. They provide a great shave. That being said, a few caveats. 1, in my experience, these have a fair amount of blade feel. This might change with different blades. And while I think, especially given the efficiency of these razors, that this is a good thing, it might be a bit of an adjustment for shavers that have only ever used mild razors or razors with little to no blade feel. 2, in that regard, I don't think I would classify these as autopilot razors. Again, that may change as I get more experience with the razors, but I think given their efficiency and the amount of blade feel, this probably won't be the case. 3, because of this, these are not razors I would recommend to anyone who is completely new to traditional wet shaving or who do not have much experience with double-edge safety razors. As always, your mileage may vary. Additionally, these are not cheap razors. The bronze currently goes for $175 with stand. The stainless steel is configured with the scalloped cap, open bar comb, and nub handle will run $285 with the stand. There are both cheaper and more expensive options available, although the exact razors may not be able to be assembled through their scratch and dent. A similar configuration could be had for about a $50 savings. The aluminum, which I am trying very hard to not buy, trying to stay in my Christmas budget, is substantially cheaper and a very affordable option. I hear that it is also somewhat milder, so may be a great option for some shavers. Final thoughts. Everything about the timeless razors and brushes exude quality. They are beautiful pieces of kit. Well made, attractive, and brilliantly functional. If I had to describe their products in one word, it would be solid. When you have a timeless brush or razor in your hand, it just feels great, like something for the ages, built to last. I expect these to be generational heirloom pieces if cared for correctly. Anyway, I hope that helps some of the viewers. If anyone was thinking of gifting themselves or were looking for something special for that wet shaver in their life, I can't recommend Timeless enough. Yes, you're paying a premium, but their prices are very competitive with comparable products. And I believe this is a case where you really are getting what you paid for. Buy nice or buy twice. I think most people will be very happy should they decide to purchase from Timeless. Thanks, and have a great holiday. Stephen Howard. Stephen, thank you very, very much for sending along a very, very detailed and balanced review of the Timeless razors. These are wonderful razors, folks. They really, really are. And I would say that if you're looking for something at a good price point that offers you a lot of bang for your buck and gives you a terrific, terrific shave, the bronze with the stand is that very razor. It is terrific. The other one that is very, very good is also the aluminum razor. The aluminum razor is wonderful. It's lighter weight, but yes, I also think and agree with Stephen that it does offer a little milder shave. Hang on 1 minute. Let me go get that one because I forgot to bring it here. Hang on 1 minute. Yes, here is the aluminum razor. It looks very, very similar to the bronze razor. It is lighter weight. And yeah, I have to agree with Stephen. I think it is milder, as I recall. This gave me an absolutely excellent shave. I used this when I was dog sitting for my brother Tom and his wife Lori, my sister-in-law Lori, Cinder and Rue. Yeah, this razor was absolutely wonderful. Great weight and size for travel. I know this is a great travel razor right here, but this also makes a great travel razor because it's so lightweight and it delivers a really, really nice shave. So yeah, if you're looking for an affordable Timeless razor, check out the aluminum version. It really is terrific. I really like it. And yeah, and Stephen, as I recall, I think you could say that this is a little milder than some of their other razors. But even though I get a little bit of blade feel on the Timeless razors, I still get a really, really smooth shave. They're absolutely wonderfully smooth. But yeah, I agree. There is a little bit of a forward blade feel. I don't think it's that big of a stumbling block, to be perfectly honest with you. And I think that if someone were to get this right out of the box, let's say they got the bronze razor, I think if you just work with it and just slow down and work on your technique, this is going to be a favorite. It really is terrific. And again, Stephen's correct. These are generational lifetime razors. They're absolutely terrific. They're going to be handed down from father to son to grandson to great-grandson. Absolutely, absolutely. So, Stephen, thanks for a terrific, terrific review on Timeless razors. Really do appreciate it. Folks, maybe you're going to get some Christmas dollars out there and you're looking for something for your shaving den. check out Timeless Razors. They really do make a wonderful, wonderful razor and some wonderful, wonderful shaving gear. Thanks again, Stephen. Really do appreciate it. Well, as we mentioned earlier in the show, and as promised, we're going to have a bit of a discussion regarding the Phoenix Shaving lathering bowls, both the 30-ounce size and the 20-ounce size. This is the 30-ounce size with the lathering disc inserted, and the lathering disc is not available for the 20-ounce size. But John Meyer sent along this email, and he writes, "Hi, Mark. I noticed on the Phoenix Shaving website that you can purchase an insert for the bottom of the 30-ounce lathering bowl, but not the 20-ounce size. I asked Douglas if he was going to offer it in the 20-ounce size, and he said not at this time. I purchased the 20-ounce about 3 years ago. It is plenty big enough for my smaller hands. At the time, I felt that it needed some help to build a lather. I purchased some small silicone stick-on dots from Amazon, placed them in some kind of pattern on the bottom. The next time I used the bowl, I did my normal lathering process. I could see immediately that the dots that I added were an improvement to the bowl. Here are a few pictures of my bowl. As you can see from the chips in the porcelain, I have dropped it once or twice. That doesn't affect the ability to work up a good lather, though. I have also made a travel lather bowl out of an old soap tub using the silicone dots as agitators. It works pretty good, shown here with my Phoenix Shaving Solar Flare Butterscotch handle. Thanks, Mom." John, very nice of you, yeah. Hope this might inspire some of the wet shavers to see what they can do to improve their shaving experiences. John Meyer. John, that's an absolutely great solution. Get some small silicone stick-on dots, put it in the bottom of the bowl, and you have a similar kind of pebbled surface that the lather disc has. And who knows, maybe down the road, the 20-ounce version of the shave bowl will get its own lathering disc. But in the meantime, it's a great workaround if you just want the 20-ounce bowl. And it's also a great addition to some other smaller lathering bowls, shaving bowls that you might have that have a smooth surface. Maybe use them for travel. Maybe you want to help boost the agitation when building a lather. These silicone stick-on dots are a great, great solution. John, thanks very much for sending this along and allowing me to share with all the viewers out there. And thanks for sending the pictures also that illustrated very, very well. Thanks again, John. Really, really do appreciate it. That wraps up this week's look at new wet shaving gear. Thanks to everyone who contributed. Really do appreciate it. We'll do it again next week. Okay, let's get to some of these questions and comments. Well, I received the following email from viewer Tom Donnarumma. Now, we happened to visit Tom's shave den earlier in the show. He has that George sketch framed up and hanging in his shave den. He has an absolutely beautiful, beautiful shave den. And he acquired a new piece of shaving gear for the shave den, hence this email. And he wrote, "Hey, Mark, hope your holiday season is going well so far. The following thought is probably going to cause a tempest in a teapot, but here it goes. After using my first Scuttle over 10 years into wet shaving, I have come to the conclusion that I might be walking the Scuttle out the door. It seems that when I use it, all my shave soap lathers are much more watery and runny, albeit warm. I can't get that perfect yogurt consistency, even with minimal hydration. Now that I've given it some thought, what substance doesn't break down when heat is introduced? Since I've been using the Scuttle about 10 times now, I've experienced more razor burn and cuts than when I just lather in a bowl and then dip my loaded brush in hot water for a few seconds. This is happening no matter what soap I use, including CK6. I'm curious what your other viewers think, and maybe someone can point me in a different direction so I might be able to keep the Scuttle in my routine. I don't want to trade warmth for protection, but in the end, I'd rather have the cooler, smoother shave. Your thoughts? Tom Donnarumma. Now, Tom is using the Scuttle from Steve Woodhead Pottery. And there's an Etsy store where Steve Woodhead Pottery sells this particular scuttle, and I think a couple of other scuttles as well. So I mention that in case there is a viewer out there who has a similar Steve Woodhead Pottery scuttle or this exact Steve Woodhead Pottery scuttle, and maybe you have some tips and tricks that you can share with Tom. So I have never experienced a bad warm lather when using a ceramic scuttle. I have the Dreamscape scuttle, and it's always worked very, very well for me. My hunch here is that it could just be that your tap water's too hot. That's just kind of my first hunch, my first guess, something like that. Again, my tap water is at a pretty good temperature, and I have never had that experience with a scuttle where I've had a breakdown in the lather, where it gets foamy and runny, in a ceramic scuttle, the Dreamscape scuttle. Now, here's the other thought that I have, that most wet shavers, when they use a scuttle, they're adding the hot water to the inner chamber and to the bowl, and then they're taking a shower. So if it's really, really hot water, there is a period over, let's say, 3 to 5 minutes or however long their shower is, to where it's cooling down a little bit. So there is a little bit of cooling, so that by the time they get ready to load their brush and build a lather, the water could be at the proper warm temperature without being overly hot. That's just a guess on my part. And I have found that with the polypropylene travel scuttle from Phoenix Shaving, I can heat the water up in the microwave for, I don't know, maybe 30 seconds to a minute, depending if I'm putting in cold water, warm water or hot water, and still get a really nice, creamy, yogurty, warm lather from it. But again, if I exceed that limit, even with that polypropylene scuttle, it's going to get a little foamy. And there was a review I did, and I think that's what the problem was. I think one of the viewers said, "Hey, you heated the water up far too hot." And you know what? I heated up the water and I went right to my review and, hey, let's build a lather. So it's, it didn't have time to kind of find its own level in temperature, is what I'm saying. That's my guess. That's like maybe you just have to heat the scuttle up and just wait 3 to 5 minutes for a little bit of a cooling period where the warm water is still nice and warm and at the proper temperature to build a nice creamy yogurty lather. Now, those are my thoughts. I'll put it to the viewers out there. What say you? If you have a Steve Woodhead Pottery scuttle, is there something that you do that enhances, that allows for a great creamy, yogurty, warm lather? There's like a little tip or trick that you use that gives you a great result. Please share it in our comments below. And if someone else has just a general routine that allows them to make a perfectly warm, yogurty lather every single time with their scuttle, please share it below and let us know. I would really be interested myself in hearing it. But I guess that's my initial thought. My initial thought is that maybe the water's too hot, and there should be a little bit of a cooling down period where, that it's not at a really hot temperature level. It comes down just to be in the right range, and you get a nice lather from it, a nice warm, yogurty, creamy lather. That's just my guess, just my hunch. And again, the travel scuttle is made to be microwavable, but you can microwave that water a little too much. Now, here's the other thought. If you're traveling with that scuttle and you get some warm water and you put it in the microwave, let's say you put it in for 2 minutes, it's going to be warm to handle, so you're going to just let it cool down anyhow. So by the time it cools down, it comes back into that nice temperature range where you get a nice creamy, yogurty lather. I think when I got a little bit of a foamy lather, it really wasn't overly foamy, but there was some foaminess to it and a little bit of runniness. I think the water was just overly hot in the scuttle, and I didn't allow for it to adjust a little bit. So maybe you gotta let the water adjust a little bit in the shaving scuttle. Just a thought on my part. I'll leave it to the viewers below. Please comment below. Let us know. Tom, I know you're going to get a lot of great information regarding this, and I'm looking forward to reading everyone's comments, suggestions, recommendations, and routines. Thanks again, Tom. Really, really do appreciate it. Viewer Mark Bagwell sent along this message as well as a photograph, and he wrote, "Look at this. They put a super speed in an Aristocrat box and are trying to get $180 for it." Yeah, and of course, everyone knows that a super speed is going to be probably like $20, $30, something like that, depending on the condition. You might even be able to get them for $15, something like that. A super speed is not an Aristocrat, obviously. However, to the uninformed buyer, they might not know. They might not know the difference between a super speed and an Aristocrat, a fat boy, a slim, that sort of thing. That's why this serves as a really good reminder that you should always do your research and do your due diligence when looking for vintage safety razors. Know what it is that you're looking for. Know the razor that you want to obtain so that when you go to a seller on eBay or Etsy, what they have advertised is what you're looking for. And a lot of times I think, and just let me be devil's advocate here, a lot of times I think perhaps some sellers don't really fully understand what they have. They might not know the difference between a slim and a fat boy and an Aristocrat and a super speed themselves. And they just might look at it and just maybe say, oh, that's an Aristocrat. Because maybe they found it at an estate sale in an Aristocrat box themselves and said, oh, it's an Aristocrat. And they really didn't take a closer look at the razor. I'm just spitballing here. I'm just saying that very well could be the case. If you went to an estate sale and you picked up an Aristocrat box and inside was a razor and you're not really familiar with vintage razors, you might think, oh, hey, that's an Aristocrat razor. Gee whiz, how much do those go for? Oh, I'll go online and, oh yeah, hey, look at that. I can get $180 for it. I'll put that up there. They might not know. So it's just a reminder that you should really do your research and learn about these razors. And there are great resources out there. There are Facebook groups. There are wet shaving forums. Razor Emporium is a great resource to learn about all these great vintage Gillette razors. Really, just take your time to read what Matt Pisarcik has up there, and you will understand the difference between a slim, a fat boy, an Aristocrat, an old type, a tech, those kinds of things. And it's fun reading, it's fun history, and you'll be a more informed customer when you go looking for a vintage razor. So that's just my advice. Do your due diligence and be as informed as possible when you are making a purchase of a vintage razor. And with any of the sellers out there, just ask a lot of questions. Just ask a lot of questions about what the razor is and, that sort of thing. And if there are any distinguishing markings on it that could help you identify it more closely to what it really is, that sort of thing. And it's great to come across these vintage razors. And sometimes you just have to look at it a little more closely because it might not be what the headline listing is saying. So Mark, thanks very much for passing this along. It serves as a great reminder and is very instructive that we need to do a little bit of due diligence and need to be informed about the particular vintage razor that we want to pick up. And again, one more time, the history of these vintage razors is just really fascinating. So when you start really looking into the history of them and actually looking at what each one looks like and how it was made and everything, that's a really neat rabbit hole to go down. It really, really is. And it also, in the long run, will make you a more informed customer when you're going for a vintage razor to add to your collection. Hey, Mark, thanks very, very much for passing this along. Really, really do appreciate it. And that wraps up another Monday morning mailbag for this week. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Please share, please subscribe, please like. Hit that bell so it'll give you a yell the next time I upload a video. Comment below. Let me know. Check out all the wonderful artisan soap makers and sellers that you see displayed on the bottom of the screen right now. They make and offer some wonderful artisan shave soap. They also offer some wonderful wet shaving gear to enhance your traditional wet shave. The next time you're online, please take a moment, pay them a visit. I sure would appreciate it. Thank you very much. Also, check out my Amazon product page at amazon.com/shop/Mark080, where you'll find all the Amazon listed products that I review on this channel, organized and categorized so you can find everything in a snap very easily. I'll leave you with this laugh. Hey, we have another double take cartoon puzzle this week. Try to find the differences between the two cartoon panels. If you need more time, just pause the video, or try to find all the differences before time runs out. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Make it a great week.